Andrea here, and I am going to show you how I used one DigiKit to scrapbook an entire week's vacation, which seems like kind of nuts, and I was a little nervous to try this at first, but I just stuck with it and used as much as I could from the kit in as many ways as I could to try to get the most out of it. So I'm just going to take you through the pages that I did that are from our trip to Arizona to see my parents. And just Gibson and I went, so it's just the two of us and then my parents, and I'm going to take you through how I utilized the kit. This kit is from Tickled Pink Studio, and it is the Pocket Starts Explore Edition, which is a fantastic kit. All of the Pocket Start kits come with printable 4x6s and 3x4s and elements. It's really great. It even comes with 2x2s and 4x4s, journaling cards, and filler cards. So here's how I used the kit. Whatever you're going to see is probably going to be, as far as the 4x6s and 3x4s are mostly going to be from the kit. From here, the Go is from the kit, and actually the Heart's from one of her other kits. But this filler card and the Say Yes to the Journey, all of the elements here are from her kit, even this week, which I thought was so perfect because we were there for a week. So some other things that I used are some wood veneers that I got. Actually, these are from a travel set that I found at a scrapbook store while we were there. So I used, anything that I had, obviously, but I tried to stick to the color scheme, that's basically found here with the kind of limeish green. I don't know, it's not really lime. It's like a cross between a yellow and a green, and I was really surprised, actually. I had washi tape that was that color and didn't even realize it. So I use it a little bit further down in the kit. But here, she made the word art and all the elements that you could need. And I actually love to take pieces from some of the 3x4 cards or the 2x2s or whatever and make my own little washi, just if I need an extra pop of color somewhere. So that's what I did here. So this was basically our getting to the airport and plane ride things. And then this is when we arrived. So my mom took a picture of us. And I used some alphas from, I don't know, I think they're thickers. And just some other alphas that had colors that were similar. All of these pieces are from the kit. This is from somebody else's kit, but I thought the colors really went nicely with the teal and the navy and the pink and that yellow. So I needed something with a lighter background, and that worked. But the hearts, they were all in a row. Instead of cutting them out individually, I just put them in a row or just kept them in a row and sliced them so that it was like a little piece of washi. Let's see, I just used labels because the colors that are in this kit are pretty popular. So the light pink and the darker pink and the green and the turquoise, they're colors that we all have stuff in. So it was helpful to have colors that were easy to work with. But the theme was just perfect. I mean, be true to you, explore, discover, be adventurous, dream big, dare to live. I mean, those are very cool. So when we first got there on Friday evening, my mom took us out on an ATV trail. That's what they do. They like to ride ATVs, and they have miles and miles of desert trails out their backyard. So Gibson put on all of his gear, and we rode, my mom and I rode in the side-by-side, and Gibson rode the ATV. But it was just perfect with the navy, and so I just pulled navy and greens and yellows and teals as much as I could to just kind of keep those few colors. But all of the words, just were perfect, absolutely perfect for this trip. And I have some of these date hexes. They're from another kit. Honestly, I forget where they're from. So, but it just so happened that it was a Friday and the color matched, so I used it. Here is the first time I've used a large photo. I had all these gorgeous scenery pictures and wanted to, I don't know, I didn't want to just do a 4x6, so I kind of like it for scenery. I think I'll do it again on other projects. But you know, cutting them up and making them basically into a collage, it's kind of cool. I recommend not doing it with faces, unless you can frame it right so that you're not cutting through somebody's face, because I did that on a larger picture earlier in an album, or on a page that I haven't shown you guys yet, and it didn't really turn out well. So thankfully I did print it in a 4x6 just in case, and I'll end up using the 4x6 and filling up the rest of the pages. But anyway, this was a trail that was on our way home, and the sun was kind of coming into our eyes, but the view was really pretty. And then when we get home, the process is that my dad gets the blower off, and he blows all the dust and dirt off you, because it gets super dusty out there, which is why you wear the masks. So anyway, I just made those quick and easy. This was our second day ride, and you know, just some scenery pictures and some things that we wanted to remember. You know, the four of us, a good picture of us, and Gibson went up this big huge hill called Suicide Hill. There's a lot of landmarks when you're out in the desert and you don't really know where you are. At least I don't know where I am, but my parents travel these trails a lot. But so one of the things I thought was funny was, you know, my mom said, well, which trail do you want to head toward? And the landmark that my dad used was the one where the cows drink water, which was just so funny to me. And then we ended up seeing where the cows were and where they drink water, and that's exactly where they wanted to go. And the corral is this other place that's a landmark out there, and you kind of open the gate and then it lets you into another trail. So I thought that was pretty cool. And the colors just so pretty, and they really went with this whole theme, which is great. And then this is another full photo that I enlarged. I enlarged it to 9x12, and I was originally going to cut it up, and then it just didn't fit right with the rest of the things that I needed to have on the other side. So I left it full because on the other side I wanted to do like a cool traditional kind of layout, and I just grabbed a bunch of colors, just from these three colors, kind of the navy and the blue and the yellow, and just went to town. And I had so much fun doing this layout. I love the grid. I love that there's equal space between things. I get a little crazy about that, but then having fun with making these not really even and perfect, and super fun. So I used some things that are not from the Explorer kit, and I was just surprised how normal the colors were. Not surprised, but I just was very happy to have lots of different colors to choose from, and that they were normal colors that I could find in my regular everyday embellishments. So the next page here is a full day that we spent traveling to see different cities or different towns. It was really cool because my parents live in a valley. I mean, they live on the desert floor of Arizona, and so we did a road trip basically that was going to take us through Prescott Valley, Sedona, and then up to Jerome, which is a cool little town. But so what was really cool was traveling up, you know, through these big, huge mountains, and you go from complete and utter desert to, you know, redwoods that remind me of, you know, the foothills where we live. And then there's snow because it's, you know, 7,000 foot elevation. And then to this beautiful red rock of Sedona, and just there's a lot of cool things to see in just a 2.5 hour drive. So, but then also for the very first time, I printed things directly from the Project Life app. So I printed this as a full 4x6 just as it was, and then I actually printed this, and this on a 4x6 template, where these were in the 2x2 squares, and then this was a 4x4, and I just trimmed the edge off so that it fit in the 4x3 pocket. So that turned out pretty cool, and the colors came out so nice on my printer. I thought that it was really cool. So this is our time in Jerome. This was our really our main destination. It's just this really cool town. It's built on the side of a mountain, and all the shops and everything are just super old. And the apartments, there's like housing and apartments that are just like, they're right off the highway. Like there's a little tiny sidewalk and then just somebody's door. It was just so crazy. And these really old roads. And there's this place called Haunted Hamburger where, you know, they say that the restaurant's haunted or whatever, but they have really, really, really good burgers, really delicious burgers. So everything here, I'm still using things from the Explore kit, except for a couple of these wood veneers and this one of these geotags. The kit just took me so far, and I just had such a blast with it. And then this is our last day. So this is a panoramic that I took, and then a couple of pictures from my parents' yard, and then just some of our saying goodbye pictures, and then of us at the airport. So overall, I was able to use almost the entire kit. And if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them, and we'll talk real soon. Bye.